So it's really now really getting them agitated. They're getting really upset and angry. It says here, one day Joseph was looking for his brothers. Let's kill the dreamer, they said, when they saw him coming. And they were all further off from. So here they're getting angry, they're getting upset, they're getting agitated with Joseph. And not only that, they're far away from home, and Joseph is now approaching them from a distance. It says here, one day Joseph was looking for his brothers. Let's kill the dreamer, they said, when they saw him coming. So they saw him already, and now it was seemingly like almost time for revenge for them to take out their anger, frustration towards him, but also to just make things even and fair now by mistreating him, I guess, by doing something towards him and causing him harm. Maybe they just wanted it to stop. They just wanted to not feel the way that they feel. And so, no, said the oldest brother, let's put him in this deep hole. So in the end, it says here, so they took away his new coat and put him in the deep hole. This can be looked at as a blessing in disguise, because at least he wasn't harmed to the point of, being murdered here or something like that. He was put in this hole, in this pit, in this rut, in this stuck place. But that is still close to feeling like he is just in jail, captured, and just kidnapped, and just now stripped of his freedoms here. And it's his brothers who is doing this. Just all of those feelings Joseph must have felt at this time in his life, just more and more negativity he is experiencing, specifically toward his brothers, his half brothers, you can say as well. Just then some men rode by. Would you like to buy a boy? The brothers called out. So they made a plan here. Okay, we're not going to leave him in this hole. We're going to sell him. Not only are we going to get money out of it, but at least they can come up with a plan of him being gone. That's not true. So he's be able to be gone here without any bloodshed, get money out of it, and really just send him far away, which is close to killing him, the next closest thing. But here they did not realize God's plan in the midst, though. They thought their plan here that they had in their brain collectively was going to just get rid of their quote-unquote problems. But even in this, unfairness, injustice, and malice, God can still work, and God is allowing these things to happen because he does see the bigger picture. He sees a future, and he sees awesomeness, greatness, and goodness in it. So there is definitely something here that God is doing. And it says here, you could sell him in Egypt. Yes, we will buy him, said the men, because they said, yes, you can sell him if you want to sell him, and we're going to bring him to Egypt. Their brothers put goat's blood on Joseph's coat. When Jacob saw the coat, he cried, a wild beast has killed my boy. He was very sad. So the short version here, it's showing here that the short version goes that they make up a story about a beast killing Joseph. They put blood there, one of the goats that they take care of. And, in the end here, Jacob doesn't question it. Why does he question these brothers? It's like what they say goes. They're not going to be accountable here, or maybe he couldn't fathom the possibility of them betraying him. Anything like that. So here it's sad because he doesn't even try to get to the bottom of it all, what happened. And he is now, his son is taken from him, at least for a very long time, not completely. As those who know the story, there is redemption, but Jacob had, I guess, a lot of deception in his life here for him to not clearly see exactly what was going on. Very sad indeed. On his way to Egypt, Joseph cried, "Will I ever see father again? Why did my brothers do this to me?" Then Joseph thought, God can make bad things turn out good. Joseph wasn't so afraid anymore, because Joseph remembered here God's promises, his characteristics, and how he has shown time and time again, even in his family and Abraham's family, his grandfather, and Isaac's life, his great grandfather, that is, in Isaac, his grandfather's life, and Jacob, his father's life. He really sees here God really showing himself to be trustworthy. So he just moves forward. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to a rich man. He had to work without pay, but his master liked his work, and God was with him. So moving forward, it looks like working for a man for free who was rich, but this God allowed for a reason. And it turns out favor was upon him. He was liked by this rich man who he worked for. Yes, indeed. And so that is exactly why we see here God's favor, God's glory here is on him, and that he is able to be protected here and still have good in his life, despite the fact that he is now a servant. And of course, when we go on with the story, we know that there is the scene where that man's wife tries to get him in trouble, and he does get in trouble, but he did not commit the crime that she accused him of, coldly and unfortunately, right? Well, he goes to prison, as we know, and he's there for some time. He had to wait for years in there, but he was able to also have favor in the jail, and also be able to help out and work and be in leadership